Hi guys! Bistak Tech Review po at your service. Nandito na naman po tayo para i-compare yung nabili natin na original and fake na egg-seater support cushion as mentioned sa last review natin. Sa nasabi ko nga, because of curiosity, the reason I bought it. Na napatanong ako sa sarili, bakit kaya sobrang mura niya? Kaysa dun sa nabili ko sa kilalang store. Minsan talaga mapapaisip tayo if either naloko ba tayo sa presyohan kung saan natin nabili yung original versus the one na binibenta online na maloloko lang pala. Either makamura tayo at swerte kung original diba or malas talaga kung fake. Okay, simulan na natin ang pagkilatis. As mentioned, ang produkto na kikilatisin natin ay ang egg-seater support cushion by Bulbhead at ang egg-seater support cushion din daw na walang logo ng Bulbhead. Okay, first comparison will be the packaging. Let's compare the size ng packaging or ang box. If itatabi mo yung original na box, mas malaki talaga ito kahit saang anggulo mo titingnan kaysa dun sa fake. Next, distinction or difference ng mismong packaging. Sa original, meron itong Bulbhead logo, while yung fake naman ay wala. Tapos, medyo iba yung pagka-blue nito. By the way, if you check the Bulbhead website, sila mismo nagsasabi na packaging may vary. Kaya ako, nung nakita ko yung mga reviews, baka nga siguro na wala lang talaga o nakalimutan ang logo. So, I further check other online store apps, kahit sila, meron ding logo talaga. Kahit nung nag-research ako sa Google, if sila ba talaga nauna, nakalagay parati either as advertised, egg-seater support cushion by Bulbhead or Bulbhead egg-seater seat cushion. Next comparison na yung actual product. Now for the size. If itatabi mo yung original sa fake, mas malaki din ito ng bagya pero kitang-kita if ipagtatabi mo ito. If wala kang pwedeng ipang-compare ng original, masasabi mo na walang ipinagkaiba which I didn't notice din at first yung fake. Pati yung kapal, hindi halata pero mas makapal ng konti yung original of course. Next, the color. Same sa packaging, medyo darker yung fake kaysa original. If titingnan mo mabuti, sa original, makikita natin na medyo translucent ito ng konti kaysa fake. Lastly, comfort. Isa sa features ng produkto nito ay ang astonishingly comfortable cushion. Sa original, masasabi mo ito pero if sa fake, matigas siya. I used the fake one sa car ko pala agad kasi yun nga ang dapat ang purpose nito. Still, I compared it first original by sitting on it for a few minutes. Hindi nagtagal sumakit puwet ko, which akala ko baka sa umpisa lang siguro. At baka lalambot din if nagtagal. Man, until now, na almost a week na sa akin at dalawa pa talaga nakuha ko kasi nga mura ito. Walang pagbabago at matigas pa rin, which ginagamit ko pa rin kasi nga sayang eh. Fact check! Just an FYI about fake or pirated or knockoff or counterfeit goods or products. I really researched regarding this one, especially if any numbers or effects that affects a certain country, government, and especially a company or industry or business that produce the original products and just counterfeited or exploited. Counterfeit products can be found in a large and growing number of industries, including as common consumer goods like footwear, cosmetics, toys, business-to-business products like spare parts or chemicals, information technology goods like phones, batteries, and luxury items like fashion apparel, deluxe watches. Importantly, many fake goods, particularly pharmaceuticals, food and drink, and medical equipment can pose serious negative health and safety risks. Counterfeit goods are particularly damaging to the reputations of genuine brands. In addition, they also lead to injuries or worse, death to unwitting consumers. The illicit trade of counterfeit goods has been a perennial economic problem for varying industries worldwide. Last year, the Visual Capitalist published an article stating that counterfeiting has been causing damage to the global economy at a whopping amount of $323 billion. The European Union Intellectual Property Office, or EUIPO, meanwhile, released a study stating that trade in counterfeit and pirated goods has risen steadily in the last few years, even as overall trade volume stagnated and now stands at 3.3% of global trade. While counterfeit and pirated goods originate from virtually all economies in all continents, China and Hong Kong, China continues to be by far the biggest origin. The companies suffering for counterfeiting and piracy continue to be primarily registered in OECD countries, mainly in the United States, France, Switzerland, Italy, Germany, Japan, Korea, and the United Kingdom. However, a growing number of companies registered in high-income non-member economies such as Singapore and Hong Kong, China, are becoming targets. In addition, a rising number of right holders threatened by counterfeiting are registered in Brazil, China, and other emerging economies. Counterfeiting and piracy thus present a critical risk for all innovative companies that rely on IP to support their business strategies no matter where they are located. Clearly, counterfeiting is a resilient trade. It does not respect crisis, even a global pandemic. Worse, by shifting to medical products, the risk brought about by the illicit trade could directly damage the health of the populace in a magnitude we never have seen before. I got my research from the Lexology website. Medyo mahaba pa siya. I just made it shorter and removed about some details. Even with the pandemic now, it didn't stop at all. Just to give and really show you the difference, ito yung quick slideshow ng original and fake egg seater support fusion by Bulbhead. Lessons learned. So ayan na nga, huwag basta-basta maniwala dahil ito'y napakamura at akala mapapangmura nga tayo. At ayun, iba palang mura. I would recommend to buy the original one sa mismong kilalang store sa isang mall. Nung huli ko kasing punta, naubusan na sila. Kaya, isa sa rason na I tried this one online, why not, diba? If ever, wala talaga physically sa store na sinasabi ko, pwede din naman siguro sa online basta, una, hindi ganun kalayo yung price at hindi halata na sobrang cheap na kulang ipamigay na lang. At pangalawa, marami talagang review na may pictures, silang pinapakita meron yung logo ng Bulbhead. It's a sign na siguro baka original, as I mentioned, marami at maganda talaga ang mga reviews nito. So dapat mausisa kayo magbasa sa mga reviews by the way din. Now, if you buy something na alam mo naman na fake, isipin mo lang siguro kung ano talaga ang rason mo to buy it. Dahil sakay sa uso or wala lang. Kung pangreregalo mo, ang product na ito, which ang purpose ay comfort and connected sa health natin, siguro wag na lang. Dagdagan mo na at wag magtipid if pangregalo natin ito. Nakakaya if yung bibigyan natin hindi gagamitin, baka magreklamo na lalong sumakit ang likod because of it. Ikaw na lang siguro ang gumamit. Or hanap ka na lang ng iba na pangregalo, instead same budget, if yun ang concern natin. Of course, I would not encourage to buy fake at kawawa yung mga original products na natatambak sa warehouse at yung mismong owner ng produktong ito. Better to buy the original ones instead. Okay! Diyan na naman nagtatapos yung review natin sa egg seater support fusion ng Bulbhead na dapat quick lang. Pasensya if I added the fact check regarding the fake or counterfeit industry para din kasi magkaroon tayo ng idea kahit man lang ng konti, especially if anong effect nito sa industry natin. Sana may natutunan naman kayo sa video namin na ito, especially yung pinagkaiba ng original sa fake. Which as mentioned, the comfort na gusto nating maabot or tinatamasa. Char, ang lalim, di ba? Pero as mentioned nga, I bought this cushion para sa comfort and the benefits of not having the back pain ulit, especially when seated that long, disconnected sa health ko din. So buy the original one if pareho tayo ng reason, which is comfort or kahit iba din sa inyo. Okay! Huwag niyo po kalimutan mag-subscribe and also click the notification button para updated po kayo sa next videos namin. Ako po pala si Caesar ng Bizdak Tech Review. Salamat mga kabizdak, proud Bizdak for life!